Welcome back to AIP Op, everybody. We are diving deep today into a topic that I know a lot of you are really interested in. It's the whole UFO thing, UAPs, the government calls them now.
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to be looking specifically at the claims of Jake Barber.
Right.
This guy,
Fascinating story.
a former Air Force veteran,
Yeah.
who says that he was involved in recovering crashed UAPs.
And not just any UAPs.
Oh,
Some of
well.
them of alien origin.
Okay, so this is the real deal.
This is not your Roswell crash.
Right.
This is
This is like the next level.
current day.
Yes.
And what makes it so fascinating is that you have somebody with a background like Jake Barber,
Right.
who is saying these things.
So tell me a little bit about this guy's background.
So he was Air Force Combat Control,
Okay.
helicopter pilot,
Wow.
top secret clearance.
So this is not somebody who's just going to make stuff up.
No, this guy has been in the thick of it. He's dealt with classified information. He's not going to come out and say something like this unless he feels it's incredibly important.
Unless he's seen something,
Right.
right? Unless it's real.
Yeah.
So when he's talking about recovering egg-shaped crafts
Yeah.
with no visible engines or thermal signatures,
Things that go beyond our understanding of physics.
yeah, you kind of have to listen,
Right.
you know?
You can't just dismiss it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not just him.
No.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it.
We have other people saying,
A lot of people are coming forward.
okay.
People like Colonel John Blitch,
Oh, wow.
who's a highly decorated veteran.
Okay.
And he's also on record
Yeah.
saying that he believes the U.S. government has recovered UAPs.
So this is not like a fringe theory anymore.
Yeah, oh, this is becoming mainstream.
This is something that people are...
A lot of very credible people are coming forward and saying, hey, this is real.
Yeah, we've got to look into this.
You've got to take this seriously.
So let's rewind a little bit and go back to Barber's story. So he starts out recovering crashed aircraft.
Right. He starts out doing like
Regular military stuff.
typical military operations.
Yeah.
Securing crash sites.
Right.
Things like that.
Making sure nothing falls into the wrong hand.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then things start to take a turn for the extraordinary.
What do you mean? What kind of turn?
Well, he describes an encounter
Can I-
with a pearly white egg-shaped craft.
Egg-shaped.
Egg-shaped.
Hmm.
No engine, no thermal signature,
Okay.
nothing that he'd ever seen before.
Nothing that our current understanding of technology could explain.
Right. It defies all conventional explanations.
Like something out of a movie.
Exactly, like science fiction.
Yeah.
But he says
Yeah.
that he was later told
By who?
by high-ranking officials
Okay.
that this object
Uh-huh.
was of non-human origin.
Like extraterrestrial.
Like extraterrestrial.
Wow. So this isn't just speculation.
No.
This is official confirmation from somebody.
This is somebody saying,
Yeah.
from a position of authority,
This is the real deal.
we know what this is.
And it's not from here.
And it's not from here.
Okay, I'm hooked.
And it gets even crazier.
Oh, boy.
What else?
This wasn't his only encounter.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
He describes encountering another UAP, which he called an 8-gon.
An 8-gon. What is that?
He said it was like a flying disc divided into 8 sections.
Like a stop sign in the sky?
Basically, yeah. A flying stop sign.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really interesting to me.
Oh, yeah.
Because Barber doesn't just describe what these things look like.
Right.
He talks about the effect they had on him.
Yeah, the emotional impact.
Yeah.
It's powerful stuff.
So what kind of things did he say?
Well, when he retrieved the 8-gon, he said he was overwhelmed with all kinds of emotions.
Like what?
Sadness, happiness, a sense of beauty,
Wow.
even a feeling of song.
So it wasn't just a visual thing.
No, this was something deeper. It was like he was connecting
He felt a connection.
with his craft.
It's on a deeper level.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
It is. It makes you wonder about the potential for a connection between UAPs and human consciousness.
Right. Like maybe there's something going on here that we don't even understand.
That we haven't even begun to
Yeah,
understand.
not just nuts and bolts technology.
Right. It's something more.
It's like something that interacts with us
Yeah.
on a psychic level.
On a spiritual level.
And this is where it gets even wilder.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Because Barber believes
Yeah.
that some of these UAPs
Mm-hmm.
were actually summoned.
Summon.
Summoned
Okay.
using people with psychic abilities.
Oh, wow.
Psionics,
Psionics.
he calls
Now,
them.
hold on a second.
Yeah?
Before you go thinking this is totally out there,
Okay.
Remember that the Pentagon actually has a history of researching psychic abilities.
Really?
Yeah. Project Stargate,
I've heard of that.
things like remote viewing, telekinesis.
Moving objects with your mind.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there is a real-world context to this.
There is.
It's not just pure fantasy
This is something that's been explored
by our own government.
by our own government.
Wow. Before we go any further,
Yeah.
we want to give a shout-out to all of our awesome listeners.
Absolutely.
If you're enjoying this deep dive,
Please.
hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
We appreciate your support.
All right, now back to Jake Barber.
Right.
This guy's got top secret clearance.
Yeah.
We have other people corroborating his story.
Multiple sources.
And the government has been interested in these very things that he's describing.
For decades.
This is a lot to unpack.
It is a lot. It really makes you think.
It really does. What stands out to you so far?
Well, for me, the most intriguing part is this whole idea of psionics.
Right?
These people who can supposedly summon UAPs.
If that's true,
Yeah.
it kind of changes everything.
It opens up a whole new can of worms.
It suggests that our understanding of technology and consciousness
Yeah.
might be
Might be.
way more intertwined than we ever imagined.
Way more than we ever thought possible.
Okay. So we've got a lot to talk about.
We do.
Let's take a quick break,
All right.
and we'll be right back.
Sounds good, like we're living in the Matrix or something.
I know, right? But let's step back for a second.
Okay.
Because Barber's story,
Yeah.
it takes a bit of a dark turn here.
It does.
One of those mystery boxes he was talking about transporting,
Oh, yeah. Those things.
he and his team got really sick afterwards.
They did. And the symptoms sound a lot like radiation poisoning.
Really? Like what kind of symptoms?
Headaches, nausea, fatigue.
That's pretty serious stuff.
Yeah. And Dr. Gary Nolan,
Who's that?
he's a Stanford professor,
Okay.
and he studies these weird injuries in military personnel.
Okay.
He looked at Barber's medical records,
Mm-hmm.
and he believes that the radiation levels were significant.
So this wasn't just like a little bit of exposure.
No, this
Huh.
was the real deal.
That's scary.
Yeah.
So where did this radiation come from?
That's the million-dollar question.
It wasn't from any known military source.
No, they checked.
So could it be connected to the UAPs themselves?
It's possible. We don't know enough about these things yet.
It's like we're playing with fire,
We might be. We're dealing with something we don't fully understand.
and it could be dangerous.
It could be. And the story gets even more complicated because Barber's mission shifts.
How so?
He goes from recovering UAPs to something even more secretive.
Like what?
Recovering stolen laptops.
Stolen laptops? What's so important about some laptops?
These laptops contain sensitive data about the UAP recovery missions.
Oh, wow. Like what kind of data?
Sensor readings, video footage, maybe even incriminating evidence.
So somebody stole top secret information.
And they went to great lengths to hide it.
Like what did they do?
When they found the laptops, the hard drives were missing.
They took the hard drives out.
Yeah.
Why not just take the whole laptop?
Maybe they wanted to make sure the data was completely destroyed.
Okay, so where were the hard drives?
They found them in a sealed container underwater.
Underwater.
Seriously.
In a lake.
Okay. This is getting a little too Mission Impossible for me.
I know, right? It's like something out of a movie.
Somebody really didn't want this information getting out.
They were desperate to keep it a secret.
It makes you wonder what they were so afraid of.
It does. And it gets even more intense because Barber starts to think that he's being set up.
Set up? Like how?
He thinks he might be made into a scapegoat.
Oh, wow. Like plausible deniability.
Exactly. He's worried that he'll be eliminated to protect the bigger secret.
That's chilling. And is there any truth to that?
Well, another Special Forces veteran on his team,
Okay.
Don Paul Bales,
Yeah.
he confirms that the danger was real.
So it's not just paranoia.
No, this is serious stuff.
Barber stumbled onto something big.
He did.
Yeah.
And powerful forces want to keep it quiet.
This whole thing is starting to feel very cloak and dagger. It's a reminder that these UAP encounters,
Yeah.
they're not just fun and games.
Right.
There's a dark side to this.
There are real risks involved.
For the people investigating it.
And for national security.
Absolutely. This is bigger than just some lights in the sky.
So what did Barber do? Did he just go into hiding?
No. He decided to fight back.
Really?
How? He tried to take his story to Congress.
Wow.
He even met with staffers for Senator Marco Rubio.
Rubio, he's been pretty outspoken about UAPs.
Exactly. He's been pushing for government transparency.
So Barber was hoping to find an ally.
Someone who could help him get the truth out.
That's a bold move.
Yeah.
Going up against the government like that.
It is. But if you've got information that could expose a massive cover-up,
Yeah.
going to Congress might be your only option.
It's like David versus Goliath.
It is. And this is where Barber's story takes another interesting turn.
What happened?
He formed a new team
Okay.
called the Skywatcher Team.
Skywatcher team.
They're dedicated to investigating UAP activity.
So they're not just waiting around for the government to tell them what's going on.
No, they're taking matters into their own hands.
I like it. It's like they're forming their own X-Files unit.
They're out there looking for the truth.
And are they finding anything?
They claim to have witnessed a UAP dogfight.
Wait, a dogfight? Like 2 UAPs fighting each other.
That's what they say.
That's insane.
And they claim to have video footage.
Oh, wow. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Before we go any further,
Okay.
I want to remind all of our amazing listeners,
Yes.
if you're enjoying this deep dive,
Hit that like button.
and subscribe to the channel.
We appreciate your support.
Okay, now back to this UAP dogfight.
Okay, so we've got eyewitness accounts,
Yeah?
corroboration from other sources.
And it may be even video footage.
This isn't just a story anymore.
This is starting to look like something real.
Something substantial.
Something we can't ignore.
And remember that egg-shaped UAP?
Yeah.
The one Barber described? Well,
Yeah.
NewsNation,
Okay.
the outlet that interviewed Barber.
Yeah. They say they've obtained video footage of one of those egg-shaped UAPs being recovered
Independently.
independently.
So we're not just relying on Barber's word here.
There's potential visual evidence.
This is getting hard to deny.
And there might be even more to come.
Really? Like what?
Barber says there are others out there.
Other people involved in this secret program.
People who are ready to come forward.
Oh, wow.
He's trying to recruit them to join his Skywatcher team
So they can tell their stories.
and push for government disclosure.
This could be huge.
It could be a game changer.
If more whistleblowers come forward,
Yeah,
the pressure on the government is going to be immense.
they won't be able to keep this under wraps forever.
This could be a turning point
A watershed moment.
in our understanding of UAPs.
Absolutely.
We've got a lot more to talk about,
We do.
but we're going to have to save that for part 3.
All right.
We'll be right back after a quick break.
This is like the dawn of a new era.
Yeah, it feels like we're on the edge of something really big. A complete paradigm shift.
In our understanding of the universe.
And our place in it.
Before we wrap things up,
Yeah.
I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier
Okay.
about the emotional impact of these encounters.
Right, the emotional side of things.
Barbara described feeling all these intense emotions.
Yeah. Sadness,
Happiness.
the sense of song even.
It wasn't just a detached observation.
No, it was something more
He felt a connection,
to these UAPs.
a deep connection.
And that's not unusual.
No. A lot of people who have encountered UAPs,
Yeah.
they talk about feeling a sense of awe, wonder,
Great.
even a spiritual connection.
It's like they're interacting with something that goes beyond our understanding of technology.
It's like it transcends our current scientific framework.
Maybe we need to expand our thinking
Maybe.
about consciousness
Yeah.
and its role in the universe.
It could be that we're not just dealing with advanced technology,
Right.
but something that interacts with us on a much deeper level, something that resonates with our consciousness.
Or even our souls.
Wow. This deep dive,
Yeah.
it's left me with more questions than answers.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I think that's a good thing.
It is.
It sparked a sense of wonder.
And curiosity.
Yeah, it's like a whole new world has opened up.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll have those answers.
Maybe we'll make contact
To these otherworldly beings.
and finally learn the truth.
About our place in the universe.
Until then,
Yeah.
we have to keep searching,
Keep asking questions.
keep the conversation going.
Absolutely. And speaking of keeping the conversation going,
Yes.
if you've enjoyed this deep dive,
Into the world of UAPs.
hit that like button.
And subscribe to our channel.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on this incredible story.
Leave a comment below.
Until next time,
Keep looking up.
stay curious.
And never stop wondering.
Thanks for joining us on AIPOP.